online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
I'm going to up.
Tough talk and the kind of things your kids might be listening to or even saying while playing a video game. For police, they're not taking any threats lightly. Nationwide, they're cracking down on any language that might spark a mass shooting. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer talks with local parents who are happy that something is being done.
Oh my God, I get pissed on you,
Language like this is nothing new on some games your children might be playing, but it's not just games. Police are also paying extra attention to another hotbed for threats and anger: social media.
But he's just a little kid playing a video game.
A Florida boy was just arrested for what police call making terroristic threats while playing video games. It's all part of a nationwide crackdown hoping to get ahead of any mass violence.
It's necessary to give more protection.
When taking for granted, you might not know what might happen.
These are just two of the people we talked to, but the message across the board is the same. They fully support it.
If they say they're going to harm me first, I say a good bit, honestly.
But for some gamers we talked to, like this 18-year-old, he thinks it's too much. He says the talk is just part of the gaming culture.
They shouldn't take threats more seriously. They're threats, they're not promises.
And police in Fargo say nothing is changing here because they already respond to threats seriously. They tell us they always investigate them until proven otherwise.
I appreciate the concern, but a little overboard.
In the meantime, the gamers we talked to say increased police vigilance is not going to change anything for them. And as for the parents we talked to, they applaud additional police involvement. In fact, they tell us you never know when an online or gaming threat might actually be the real thing. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Law enforcement in other counties have said this can be a blurry line between knowing when someone is joking and it's an actual threat. But police here in the area say they aren't taking any chances. New at 10 tonight, they warned you they were going to be out, and they are. Law enforcement have set up a sobriety checkpoint along 19th Avenue North in Fargo. It went up about an hour ago, and we're told they've already screened 2 people. No word on any arrests. They are expecting to remain in place until midnight. A man is behind bars tonight after being on the run since early August. Police say Jimmy Lee Bates III was involved in a robbery at the Dilworth Walmart on August 2nd. Today, police executed search warrants at a home in Moorhead where he was arrested. He was charged with first-degree aggravated robbery and is in the Clay County Jail. A popular phone scam is making the rounds in Beltrami County. It's an automated message that says your Social Security number is being suspended and your benefits are stopping unless you call them to verify information. Surprisingly, you're asked to give them your Social Security number. The phone number that shows up is 1-844-472-8236. If you ever believe you actually do have issues with the Social Security number for you, contact a legitimate Social Security phone number during business hours. The annual migration is underway around the North Dakota State University campus, with students not only moving into dorms, but houses and apartments. Another tradition annually is warning from police about loud parties. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagaro has the consequences that students face for breaking the law.
For 20 years, Mark Tumbo has been calling this home.
All the kids have been great around here that have moved in.
A stone's throw away from NDSU. He says living so close has its perks. One is his house's value has tripled since he bought it.
Housing in Fargo's gone way up again after the crash in 2008, where everything dropped and then everything's been going up in value, so it's been great.
But there's also a downside. This is surveillance video of NDSU kids in 2017 causing a ruckus. The Fargo Police Department is making it very clear that if they get a complaint for a loud party, you can face a $200 fine. And if you refuse to leave, well, that's another $500 fine. A minor in possession of alcohol can also get you a $400 fine. Annie McIntosh is a junior at NDSU and lives near Mark Tumbo.
Surprisingly, there's some older people, families, but mostly college kids.
She knows parties can get crazy.
People are out and about, and on the weekends it can get loud.
Overall, Tumbo says he hasn't had any problems with his college neighbors.
Generally, everybody's pretty much from North Dakota, so they're usually pretty quiet and they're reasonable and they're always well-being for you and your neighbors. They always care about it. So
He actually looks forward to them returning.
it's always been a great experience having them around. So.
He says they add life to his block. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
And for those driving around North Dakota State University tomorrow, it will be move-in day for the dormitories, starting in the morning at 8 o'clock and going till 1 in the afternoon. Highway patrol units in North Dakota are teaming up with those in Minnesota and Wisconsin for a border-to-border enforcement saturation event. From August 26th through September 1st, troopers will be focused on aggressive driving behaviors. A Fargo mom reached out to our whistleblower hotline today saying she feels like there aren't enough safety measures for kids in Deer Creek. With the first day of school less than a week away, she says there aren't enough signs to give drivers a heads up to kids crossing the road. Right now, there's only one crosswalk that's on 63rd Street and 56th Avenue. And Sarah Kleiner says that's not enough.
I just don't want to see somebody get hit by a car because all we have is some white lines on the road instead of something closer to the school or an actual, hey, there's kids here.
Fargo police say they will be increasing the amount of patrols in the area once school starts, and the city says that they're adding school zone signs on Monday. As more and more children head back to school, family life can get pretty hectic. That's why authorities want to remind you about some key tips that will help keep your kids safe throughout the school year. They say when riding the school bus, always stay 5 steps away from the curb. Wait for the bus driver to tell you when to board and face forward after finding a seat on the bus. Lastly, they say to always wait to get off the bus until it stops and look both ways before stepping off. Does your child have their cell phone with them in class? It can cause quite the distraction. And that's why some school districts are doing something about it. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey tells us how some schools in our area take away a student's phone for class periods, the rest of the school day, even overnight.
For most schools in the FM area, it's 3 strikes and you're out. In Fargo, schools have their own policies, but for the most part, they're all the same.
If you have it taken away for multiple times, they will not let you have your phone in class at all.
A first offense and your phone is taken away for the rest of the period. A second offense for the rest of the day. And the third time, the phone is held until parents come to get it.
She was in class and she had it and it went off or something, or they saw it. And she got it taken away for a couple days because their parents had to come in and sign a form and get her phone back.
The district says the policy aims to help kids focus in school, but they have received some backlash from parents.
No, I don't think they should, just because they need to get in contact with their parents or their job. They have a job, so no. I think for emergency-wise, they need to have them with them.
And they say, for the most part, parents are supportive.
If the teachers have taken it, it's probably for a good reason. I know when I'm talking to my kids and they're on their phone, it's really annoying. They take it and they want to keep it overnight. That's probably a good punishment.
Many kids say they have seen students lose their phones daily. One student tells us the problem got so bad at her school, teachers had to take it to a higher level.
You walk into class, you put your phone in the bucket, and you go sit down, and the teacher watches.
It might be a good idea for parents and students to check out the handbook so they aren't caught off guard regarding cell phone policies. In Fargo, Courtney Lockey, Valley News Live.
That same advice goes for parents in other school districts, which also have various ways of dealing with cell phone disruptions.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
And we had a breezy day across the Fargo-Moorhead area, and even our Dakota Magic Casino Skycam, those flags are still blowing this evening, and that wind will continue overnight and tomorrow as well. But outside of that breeze, things are clear across the area. Temperature 68 degrees at Hector International with that southeast wind at 9 miles per hour, 64 degrees at the Moorhead Airport. And we see those wind gusts mainly in our western counties. Jamestown seeing a 14-mile-per-hour sustained wind gusting to 24 miles per hour, a 22-mile-per-hour gust there at Devil's Lake, a 10-mile gust at Wahpeton. So These winds will continue overnight, but really ramp up once we get into tomorrow. I'll talk about wind speeds and timing in just a couple minutes. Temperatures as we speak, we're in the cool lower 60s, even upper 50s in our Minnesota counties, upper 60s along the valley, upper 60s also for our western counties at this time. Satellite and radar shows a few thin clouds, with the most cloud cover being in our northern counties. The showers that were in our extreme northwestern counties, those have cleared the area, but still can't rule out an isolated shower developing in those locations overnight tonight, but not expecting it to be too impactful for the overnight hours. But we are watching this system right now approaching Rapid City, South Dakota. This will be our weather maker for the weekend and really shake up our Sunday forecast, which of course I'll talk about also here in just a couple minutes. But here's the hour by hour for the rest of the night tonight. Those southerly winds continue. Temperatures as we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll get the we'll have clear skies for the rest of the night, and those temperatures by tomorrow morning will stop this, say, around 7:30. Can't rule out again an isolated shower in our western counties. Temperatures, though, middle 50s to lower 60s to start off our Saturday, with the areas with the more prominent southerly winds a bit warmer in the middle to upper 60s to start the day Saturday. Now, look at this. Most of us will stay dry and quiet for the lunchtime hour, but those winds, the greens there, the yellows, that's the 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So 30 to 40 mile per hour winds not out of the question for your Saturday afternoon and into the evening, with again a few possible spotty showers in our western counties west of 29. It's not till after dinner that we do expect a bit better chance of those showers and storms in our western counties. But notice still quiet in our eastern counties, but the wind will be the story for the rest of the day tomorrow and even into the day Sunday as well. And here's that hour by hour for the winds. See gusting to 25 miles per hour there in our western counties, even through the dinner time hour. We really ramp up that southerly wind there in the afternoon and evening hours, gusting to, again, 25, 30, even 40 miles per hour at some points tomorrow around dinner time. But temperatures tomorrow, I expect upper 70s to lower 80s in the warmer spots, with that south wind the factor all through the day tomorrow. But the warmest spots will be Roseau and Grand Forks in the lower 80s, with middle to upper 70s for the rest of us. A beautiful shot sent in to us from Amanda in Fisher. This is what we call a golden evening. The beautiful sunflower there, a nice summer picture for us, and we'll leave that as the background for your 7-day planner. Temperatures for tomorrow in the upper 70s. Sunday, though, we're cooler because of the rain showers. And look at that, we stay in the upper 60s to lower 70s for the rest of the school week. Dodge a few showers and storms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You get a grade A.
Oh, thanks.
Up next on Valley News Live 10 at 10, it's not an ordinary fire by any means, and it's led to a firestorm among several countries.